You know what it is, of course, the Quicksilver Show.
With Dominique the Diva.
And, of course, we have the OG. They call her the OG of Love and Hip Hop New York. Returns, but she's a first time on the show, Somaya Reece.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And
Welcome.
Congratulations on your adorable
Thank
baby.
you so much, and congratulations on life for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm very humble. Thank you for having me.
Now, take us back. Of course, you started Love and Hip Hop. You were on the first, New York. You were on the first and second season?
Yes.
Why'd you walk away? Like, give us the backstory for anybody who didn't watch the show.
Sure. Well, I started out my career as a comedic actress, and then I moved on to becoming a pioneer of social media.
Absolutely.
I became the #1 most friended independent artist on MySpace, and the first one they brought in to sign a record deal.
Very nice.
Multi-million-dollar record deal.
Come on now, talk your stuff.
So I had already built a fan base, which is how I ended up on Love and Hip Hop.
Gotcha.
Around season 2, there was a shift in how the show, the direction, and it was time for me to just move on. I still worked with them after that many times. We did, how they do the specials, So I've done, a lot of work with them. And when I left, they still asked me to come back many seasons. It just wasn't the right timing.
It seems like with that show, the quicker you get out, the more success you have outside of the show. Everybody that dipped in and out, everybody that's dipped in and out, you know what I mean? It seems to like help them leverage a lot of other things, which is amazing, because then we wouldn't have.
For a lot of reasons too, because there's also with the contracts, like you film a lot.
I know. It's a
honestly
full-time
just
job.
really difficult to do a lot of other things, so you have to that's why dipping in and out for some people that left and they became more successful or whatnot, it's really that time.
Gotcha.
Because it's not so much like the show, but it's definitely that schedule, because we are working
mentally. Have you been happier since not having to film so much for that show? Or?
Well, no, at the time I wasn't healed, and I didn't walk in my spiritual journey that I'm at now. So I didn't exactly know how to deal with conflict, except for what I know from coming out from the hood. I was still coming out, just the girl Latina from South Central, just getting out. And it was, I didn't really know how to channel those conversations. And I was coming onto the show with pure intentions. So when I was challenged with people thinking otherwise, I was like, no, I'm an artist. I currently have record deals on the table.
And I'm sensitive about my
And I am, exactly. And I was developing this new sound that is now Pitbull sound. But I was being written as the Latina Pitbull. Double XL and Sean Money, put me on the MC's list to look out for. So I believe that because that wasn't presented maybe to some of the cast, they had other perceptions of me, but Google is your friend, as I always tell people. And so I didn't really, it was hard to be like, no, but I've got these record deals on the table. I'm really an artist, so
take me serious.
Yeah, take me serious. Like I really, I don't want, what was going on. So
I get it.
Because of that, all I could think of is like, well, all right then. So I'm tired of being Mrs. Nice Guy. What's up? Like, and then it just took a whole turn. And
they like that.
Yeah.
Drama sells.
They like that.
But they
Drama
know,
sells.
Yeah, but they know I'm real, and I'll give a real opinion. I don't turn up for the cameras. I really don't care for storylines. I don't need, at this point now, I don't need the check.
Come on,
don't
talk
need
your stuff. You're making a lot of money right now at the T, I see.
Yeah, but this is a really great marriage for me right now, or like a temporary committed marriage, I would
like
say.
Those. What's your sign?
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
Man.
Y'all love some temporary non-commitments. Them Geminis.
When it comes to those types of situations, is I don't live in New York.
Gotcha.
I do business in New York. Yeah. So it makes sense.
You're based out of what, California?
California, yeah. So it makes sense for me to do the show at this point. So where I'm at now spiritually and where I have healed, I can now, instead of, because there are always arguments, I can have a conversation with you now and not meet you at your level of energy and shouting.
Right. Gotcha.
And if you don't hear me, then I can walk away and say, like, well, listen, you're not even listening. So
I'll tell you
think that's
ready,
so
I'm here. Yeah, and I wasn't able to do that before. Before I was like, no, you're going to listen.
And we're going to fight it out on TV.
I was just watching an interview actually with Lil Baby, and he was talking about the difference between the streets and the industry, and that you actually have to learn what it is to go back and forth with someone.
And a lot of people can't.
You know what I mean?
In the streets, you can't. You're like, nah, you going to hear me out. now. Like, and you know, that's where I was at the time. So it's not so much, you know, the people, the cast, or the things. It's just the fact that we were in two completely different spaces. They weren't giving the information of who I was, and then here I am trying to tell them, like, yo, I'm real serious about what I'm doing. So, you know, it was a different space. But now, fast forward, I've done a lot of inner work. I am completely spiritually in tune. I am very in a really, really good place. I've achieved the peace and harmony that I needed as a woman as well. I've, you know, worked through all my traumas. I am here to break generational curses in my family. It stops here.
Hey, if you're just
trauma will not continue anymore.
If you're just tuning into the show, of course, we're talking to Somaya Reece now. You're returning back to Love and Hip Hop, New York, but also you're doing big things right now with this tea.
Your fitness journey.
Tell us about this whole tea and this fitness journey, and you finding yourself.
Bag if y'all want some.
Absolutely.
Snap back.
Tell us about the tea.
Sure. So, you know, the tea came about because I gained a lot of weight in season 2 and everyone made fun of me.
And the name of the tea?
And the name of the tea is the Get Slim Detox tea.
Gotcha. And when I went back to your Instagram, I was like, oh, she looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
I need that.
And it's been a lot of work as far as hard work. And this journey of weight loss is not like an overnight thing. And I think that if you compare before, I really wasn't like that big, but I was unhealthy.
But women, we're not allowed to our weight. We're not allowed to fluctuate. Like for whatever reason, we
unless you're Oprah, then we don't care.
Yeah, but otherwise it's like, oh,
Anybody else we care.
She's one donut away, and it's like I like donuts,
and it's like it's okay.
It's okay.
Listen, I refuse to peace out tomorrow and not have my donut in my belly. Okay. So I've learned to balance now that I don't care what anyone says, but because of all of that in the media, the blogs, radio, everybody was making fun of me for it. I turned my downfall into a multi-million-dollar company. And I started blogging about it. I started YouTubing about my weight loss. And I was just like, listen, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do this together. I got an audience. Let's do it. And I did that. And so now fast forward, I started with the Get Slim Detox, which was one product. And now fast forward, I have 7 products on the market that are all holistic and natural, certified vegan, certified gluten-free. We are organic, and I have all certifications for them. And I'm so blessed and just happy that my company's doing so well that I am now able to help invest in other companies. Kate Toth, which is, you see her over there in the cut. She is a master numerologist.
Nice.
And her brand is Numerology Logic. I've created a tea line for her and spiritual kits and for other people that want to heal through also crystal healing. And this is in the Bible for people that try to fight me all the time. Right. Is that black magic? No, it's not. It's not. I don't believe in that. Right. And so because of that, I am now able to be a part of economical growth and funneling money back into our communities and people that want to start businesses. I prefer to be for us, for minorities, black and brown, but anyone is open to setting a business plan. If it's great, I am down. However, I feel that we do not get those opportunities. And I am now working with a team of investors who are my business partners and my friends, financial advisors who are worth in the billions, and they want to be a part of what I'm doing. So if somebody has a really incredible idea, a great business plan, I am willing to invest.
You know what? I got a slogan for you, and I might have to patent this before I tell you. But you have this slogan. When you say Somaya Reece, you're going to say from the maid to the millionaire.
Okay.
Because I actually read about, your backstory and how you actually was helping your mom back in the day.
Yeah.
As she was a maid. And just think about being that at one point in your life. And I'm sure at that point in your life, you probably thought, this is it. Like, this is the norm.
This is the norm,
My mom's a maid. It's a generational thing. We're all maids. And now, fast forward, you're a multi-million-dollar company. Yeah. Most people will look at that as pure inspiration.
Yeah, rise the riches for real.
Yes,
so
and that's one
from the maid to the millionaire is a new slogan.
Thank you.
You heard that first on Quick Civil Show with the dudes.
You are the first one to say that because I usually say started from the attic, now we here.
Okay.
Come on now.
But yes, absolutely. And one of the biggest reasons why I decided to come back to Love and Hip Hop is because I do want to inspire people.
That's what I was going to ask.
I want to inspire that young girl, in the hood of DMV, in the Bronx, that young boy in South Central that it feels like I have no resources. I have these dreams, but what do I do with them? Well, as you guys saw, I was told my dreams were never realized. I was told that I would never be anybody. And here I am. I became everything that I was told I would never be.
Made to the millionaire.
Okay.
You heard it first with Quick and Diva.
Love it. So now that you're returning to Love and Hip Hop and you're in a totally different space from when you were first on there and you've had a lot of success, how will you navigate through any of the drama that they try to throw? Because that's what they like, and that's what sells. So because when you have a lot of things to lose, you have to move differently. Oh yeah, I don't want nobody throwing no cup at me.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, man, you ain't gonna live your best life off of my money by suing me.
Okay, they ready. They waiting.
But interestingly enough, I had my reservations. Because I do have a lot to lose. However, I've never been the rah-rah girl. I really haven't been. Like, people have come at me, and I speak to you accordingly. However, I'm coming back, and I came back to being in the middle of a difficult chaos amongst the girls. Right. And what I want to offer them is as you saw, I just want to offer them an ear to listen to and just planting the seeds that y'all can get past this. You can achieve your own peace and harmony. You don't have to forgive somebody and be their friend. You can forgive and let go and just be like, you know what? We don't have to be in the same space. I mean, that's hard to say because of our show. Because we do have to be in the same space.
Based.
Right. However, I personally navigate on how my spirit tells me. If I feel it's time for me to address you, I will. But I don't have to address you by, getting a fight or whatever the case is. But you can't stop people coming for you. That's just would be unrealistic. However, when I went on the show, I was never told once by the producers, we want you to come back and fight. Like, they're actually like, no, we love the spirit that you bring to the show. We love the energy you're bringing to the show. Because at first I was like, listen, guys, I'm on a real committed spiritual journey. Like, I cannot have my peace disturbed.
Yeah.
That's very important. Protect your peace no matter what.
The check is not worth it, even if it was $1 million an episode. My sanity is worth everything, any money that comes your way. And I learned that the hard way. I learned it the hard way in life. And so they, when I told them my spirituality, they were kind of like, we're not sure if that'll work on the show, but it does. That can
scare people.
It actually is working on the show because I have something different to offer. And now all of the ladies on the show, they're all like mothers, business owners. Everybody's a little bit more grown. So we all have different types of stories to offer, more real, not that things weren't real before, but very kind of like everyday, like baby issues with like getting your child to school on time to make it here, and
real
having to take your
issues.
baby, having to take your baby to work.
Everybody has a little bit to lose, whether it is being a mother. Everybody does have a little bit more to lose.
I feel that the tone, and oddly enough, I know because people always like, Somaya, these girls are crazy. Why'd you go back? And I'm like, I didn't go back for them. I went back to inspire other people. This is a bigger thing for me. I'm not here for the fame. I'm here for the impact.
Gotcha.
I am a vessel by God. I was allowed to live and go through all of my traumas so I can tell people, look at me.
I feel like I need to snap right now or something. Right?
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing that's scary, though, about yourself. You scare people when I say that you don't need the money. And a lot of times, one of my famous sayings is that the person that's hardest to control is the person who doesn't need the check. Because most people, even if I don't want to do something, if I need that check, I still go every day. What happens when people realize, like yourself, I don't need this check? And not to get into your personal business, when we were out there in the hallway, you were talking to somebody on your phone saying, remind them, I don't need this check. I'm doing this for me.
Right.
A lot of times when people feel that strongly about themselves, the second something happens they don't like, they walk away because I don't need it. Are you at all afraid that you might walk away during mid-filming because somebody rubs you the wrong way?
Well,
because you don't need to check.
Right. Well, I have had it happen already. Right. And I told production, and it's so much more than not needing the check, because as you saw before, I walked away, and I was one of the highest paid cast members. Like, I mean, I don't know what anybody else is getting paid, so I don't want to get in nobody's business. I hate when people say that. But I mean, for me, I was making really good money. But again, as I was saying, when I say I don't need the check, it's yes, at this tone, I definitely make a lot of money just sitting here right now. With me being asleep, I wake up to a lot of funds in my bank account. That's great.
Residual income.
Yeah, that's great.
More
right?
snaps.
That's more snaps.
Formation.
I love it.
However, when I say that, I mean like no check is worth losing my sanity. So even back then, I was like, I'm not gonna fight somebody just because the cameras are on. Now, I can't say that for other people. You know, people want to come for me if they do, but that's not my business. How I react is my business, because how you feel about me is a reflection of you.
Big facts.
And how you feel about yourself, and it has nothing to do with me, but how I react is my responsibility.
Absolutely.
That's a vitamin of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, but I can't say that I'm obviously not going to banter back, but with all due respect, even when I was broke, I was always willing to walk away from anything that did not make me happy. And the check is never worth it if I'm not showing up, giving you my best. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't come back every time they asked me to come back. I needed to give you 100%. This time, I was able to give the show 100% of me. And give them everything and say, okay, but yeah, I mean, if something isn't going right, I definitely won't. I will fulfill my job and my obligation, but they are very well aware with everyone. It's not just me. You know, you guys are watching the show. Somebody walk out in the middle of a conversation and be like, nah, don't need this. And you're allowed to do that as a human being, because nobody should be pressured to sit in something they're not comfortable with. So, you know, it's far more than just the check. For me, I refuse to completely allow my kind of energy to be taken advantage of. And it ain't got nothing to do with the network. It has everything to do with me.
With you.
So for me, it's like, nah, I'm good.
I like Somaya Reece.
I do too.
I love your vibe, and I love your spirit.
You.
So Somaya, you know, a lot of people had all types of fitness goals at the top of the year, and March is kind of like people may just fall off a little bit, but now the weather is changing, falling off, and the weather is changing, and now you're like, oh snap, it's crunch time. It's really about to be 75 degrees. So let everyone know how they can get a hold of your products and what you would recommend for somebody like that's trying to stay on track with fitness.
Well, I will say that my biggest advice that I need to give before I say that is don't be so hard on yourself, because I am very hard on myself too. And every winter we all gain a little weight. I do. Every winter, guaranteed 10 to 15
pounds, we call it in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, you're drinking and being married with your friends and family.
And for someone like me, let's say, is like the cold. Cold doesn't make you want to go climb and hike, and that's okay, as long as you get on your shit. Oh, sorry.
You good.
Keep going. As long as you get on your job, and as long as you get on your job, and you remember that the overall goal is to look good but feel good, mind, body, and soul. So you can go to my company, shopthisfitsme.com, and find a variety of products. None of these are like, oh, drink this, you're going to wake up skinny. No, it takes a consistency. But what I do recommend people is that think about this. It's all about being healthy over being skinny. It is actually, do you mind if you get my purse so I can show them? I'm doing a 2020 campaign where I'm actually involving success stories from my customers.
Nice.
I'm going to put them in a commercial. Also, it's being filmed for a couple of TV spots. But I've also started to put this in my new logo. Healthy is the new skinny. Because I want you guys to stop thinking in skinny terms, and this is for you. Okay?
Thank you, because I'm 6 months postpartum, honey.
Nice.
Yeah, listen, I'm here for you. I got some for you too.
Absolutely. I'm a fitness guy. I got a whole hashtag Get Fit with Quick, and this is a question. A lot of trainers, they kind of frown upon the fitness tees, because in their minds, some people think it's.
I'll tell you what.
Well, but they think it's a overnight success. A lot of people, they see Instagram people and people like yourself who look amazing, and they be like, you know what? If I drink,
I'm ready to talk my English, so go ahead.
If I drink this tea, I'll be healthy in a week. Where that's just not the case. Look, I was for 400 pounds. I drank my tea. Look at me today.
Yeah. I wish that's what it was.
It gives false hope. What do you say to that person?
You know what I say to that people? I say that to those companies, they're garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you why. My company does not pay. I do not pay IG models to promote my products that they don't use.
Exactly.
My company is
all
customer.
The surgery then they post the tea.
Yes, I didn't use it.
My customer base is fully customer driven. I only post results of real people. We do not pay people to give false advertisements. That's the reason why people believe that. That's the reason why some people come to my page like,
and y'all know the teas I'm talking about. We're not gonna give them no props or anything.
Yeah, right.
I know the tea.
You didn't get skinny because you drank the tea, and I'm like, no, it's because I understand why you feel that way.
It's a lifestyle.
I get it. It is a lifestyle. This is a part of what you're going to do.
Gotcha.
But the bigger picture is that these other companies are giving false advertisement. And I want to be the one that says, we don't do that at my company. We have high integrity in my brand. And to all them companies, that's why they're constantly competing against me, because I don't have to pay people and I get sales. You know why? Because it's real over here.
In real life, shorty.
Boom.
Get out of Somaya.
You're not going to put an ad in this store thing just because you paid that girl a bunch of money. No, this is real here.
This is real. And we do have athletes, we do have trainers, and we do have some models, but they really use these products. I have people that I have signed to NDA, so I can't tell you what they are. But these are professional basketball players, football players, a lot of boxers, military. We have different people that take this. This is real. And I only post real customer results. I refuse to be that, because I was a victim of the false hopes. I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks so
at her.
fly. Like, yeah, I was that girl.
Look, for 20 million followers, she must be telling the truth.
And the doctor snatched that way.
Lies. And you know what? Hey, like I tell people, look, because I know that some of the girls are people that I know. I'm like, listen, girl, get your check. I get it. Listen, I get it. Get your check.
Listen,
but we're not gonna do that. I like to have people like yourself. Let's say, if I put you on a program, I want to hear your story, because you were me, and I was you, and I was the girl that was looking up to. Because
we can make this little collab we're having right now.
I like this.
I'll get you right by June.
I like the Somaya Diva collab already. I like this.
I'll get you right by June. Yeah,
and I can share with everyone how I feel. I want to have some today during the show, but I see it says bedtime is best.
Well, I want you to have it as soon as you get home.
Okay.
Because I want you to try it and see how you do. But just DM me and I'll give you a whole kind of program. But I'll get you right. And also, just because, let's say you want to lose pounds, that's not the only reason why you should take it. So here in America, a lot of our foods are tainted. And so therefore, our bodies cannot naturally restart and reboot your system. So we need a little push. And that's what this is for. So whether you're skinny, you are overweight, you're in between, detoxing and cleansing is impeccable. It's incredible. You need to do it, and it is an imperative thing that you need to do for your health.
Love it.
So it's very important, and it's like, again, it's far more than being skinny. That's why I put healthy is the new skinny, because you know how many people that I know that are real skinny? I got model friends that are real skinny, and they can't walk up a flight of stairs.
Facts.
I have a really good friend of mine who's a plus size model. She actually outruns me, and I'm a huge gym rat. So it is not about that. It's just about being skinny. It's about being healthy, not skinny.
Healthy. Hey, Somaya Reece, I want to say thank you so much. Of course, you'll be on Love and Hip Hop New York. This is their 10th season. But you're back. The OG.
The Love and Hip Hop OG is back. The OG.
Respect. Let them know. Respect.
She got the tea popping. So what's the website again for the tea? What's the website for all your
You can
products?
find me on Instagram, and that is Somaya Reece, and that's SOMAYA REECE. And shop this fits me .com is my website, where you can also get books and workout books that I have there. And these are things that I personally do and I recommend.
And you have some new music. Support the new music as well.
Yes, and yes, I do. Last year, I started to kind of, work on music again, took a hiatus. So there will be some things that you'll be hearing soon. And, I'm in a very good place, very well connected. And I got the bag, so things are different now.
Things are different now.
Somaya Reece
Made to millionaire.
Yes.
That's the slogan. Made to millionaire. Quick and Diva said that.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.